Have you ever wondered why some people seem to receive opportunities, answers, guidance, and breakthroughs while others spend years waiting? What if the difference is not intelligence? What if it is not luck? What if it is not even hard work? What if the difference begins with one simple act, asking? Today I want to explore one of the most profound statements ever spoken. Ask and it shall be given to you. This wisdom appears simple. In fact, it sounds almost too simple. And what surprised me most was discovering that for years I thought I was asking, but I was not. I was hoping, I was wishing, I was complaining, I was waiting, but I wasn't truly asking. Once I understood the difference, everything began to change. Stay with me because by the end of this episode, you will understand how this principle can transform your relationships, career, spiritual journey, and even the way your unconscious mind operates. Most people hear the phrase, ask and it shall be given, and immediately think, great, I asked, nothing happened. But philosophy teaches us that wisdom often hides beneath the surface of words. The ancient philosophers understood that asking is not merely speaking, it is becoming conscious, it is directing attention, it is declaring intention, it is opening yourself to possibilities that previously remained invisible. Imagine walking into a giant library containing every answer to every question you've ever had. If you never ask the librarian where the book is, the answer remains hidden, not because it doesn't exist, but because you never activated the search. This is exactly how consciousness works. Psychologists have discovered that the brain constantly filters information. Every second, millions of pieces of information surrounds us, yet we consciously notice only a tiny fraction. Why? Because the mind searches for what it believes is important. When you ask a meaningful question, your unconscious mind begins searching. Ask yourself, why does nobody appreciate me? And your brain starts collecting evidence. Ask yourself, how can I create more value for others? And suddenly, your mind searches for opportunities. Same brain, different question, different life. One question creates limitation, the other creates possibility. This is why asking is powerful. It programs attention, and attention shapes reality. Several years ago, I found myself feeling stuck. I was working hard, learning constantly, trying everything, yet nothing seemed to move. One evening, I sat quietly and asked myself, what am I missing? Just one simple question. What am I missing? The answer didn't arrive immediately, but over the next few weeks, I noticed patterns. I saw opportunities I had ignored. I recognized habits holding me back. I realized I was waiting for permission instead of taking the initiative. The answer had always been there. The question revealed it. That experience taught me something profound. A powerful question can change your life before a powerful answer even arrives. Physics teaches us that observation matters. What we focus on determines what we measure, and what we measure determines what we understand. Scientists did not discover new realities by staring passively at nature. They asked questions. Every scientific breakthrough began with a question. Why do planets move? What is light? How does gravity work? What is consciousness? Questions create exploration, exploration creates discovery, and discovery creates transformation. In a sense, asking is the engine of human evolution. Now let's go deeper. Spiritually, asking is an act of humility. It acknowledges that there is more to learn, more to understand, more to receive. Many people approach life believing they already know everything. Their minds are closed, their hearts are closed, their possibilities are closed. But when you genuinely ask, you become receptive. And receptivity is one of the most powerful spiritual states a human being can enter. Think of a cup. If it is already full, nothing can enter. If it is empty and open, it can receive. The same is true for consciousness. Here is a paradox. Many people ask, but secretly expect failure. They ask while carrying doubts. They ask while already deciding the answer is no. Imagine planting a seed and digging it up every day to check whether it is growing. It never gets the chance. Faith is not blind belief. Faith is trusting in the process. You ask, you act, you remain open, you observe, you learn, you adjust, and you continue moving forward. Let's try something together. Right now, pause this video if possible. Take a notebook. Write this question. What is the one opportunity already present in my life that I have been overlooking? Don't force the answer. Simply write the question. Carry it with you today. Watch what happens. Your unconscious mind will begin searching, and often the answer appears when you least expect it. Exercise 2. Every morning ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that my future self will thank me for? This question shifts your focus from immediate comfort to long-term growth. And over months and years, that change becomes extraordinary. Exercise 3. Before you sleep, ask yourself, what lesson did today try to teach me? This simple practice develops wisdom because experience becomes valuable only when reflected upon. Throughout history, great thinkers understood the power of questioning. Socrates built an entire philosophy around questioning. Albert Einstein famously emphasized curiosity. The great spiritual teachers encouraged seekers to knock, seek, and ask. The pattern appears everywhere. Growth begins when questioning begins. Stagnation begins when questioning ends. Here's a secret I wish someone had taught me earlier. The greatest questions are not, how can I get more? They are, how can I become more? Because when you become more aware, more disciplined, more compassionate, more courageous, your external world begins to reflect that internal transformation. The greatest gift often isn't what you receive, it is what you become in the process. So today, remember this. Ask and it shall be given. Not because the universe is a vending machine, not because life grants every wish instantly, but because asking awakens awareness. It activates curiosity. It directs attention. It opens the unconscious mind. It invites growth. It transforms possibility into discovery. The answer you seek may already be closer than you think. The opportunity may already exist. The lesson may already be present. The next step may already be waiting. All that remains is the courage to ask and the wisdom to listen. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this episode expanded your perspective, please like, share, and subscribe to Novara Wisdom Gems. Leave a comment below. What is the most powerful question you have ever asked yourself? I'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts. And if you would like to support the growth of Novara Wisdom Gems and help us continue creating high-quality content exploring philosophy, spirituality, consciousness, psychology, and the mysteries of existence, please consider supporting the channel through the links provided in the description. Your support helps us reach more minds, inspire more lives, and continue this journey of wisdom together. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, keep awakening, and remember, sometimes the answer arrives the moment you dare to ask. See you in the next episode.